Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That was questionable. I'm okay.
We're doing great.
Yeah, everything is going well. This is our first recorded episode in 2024, which is wild to me because that doesn't sound like a real year.
Oh, yeah.
We're here. We're alive. We're thriving. We hope you're doing well. We're here to shoot the shit, just like everything else in our life. The internet is fucked.
Yeah.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
A show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us.
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
And the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee,
and let's have a chat.
In 2024, we're going to have a Patreon.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. So in discussions about Patreon and about the internet in general, Jamie and I have kind of spent a lot of time talking about just how insane different aspects of the internet are.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the inspiration for an episode like this.
It's also I want to say low-key episode. We're not getting as gory as true crime. Here's a murderer who killed 17 people, but it's still unsettling. Should we be concerned? Probably.
Exactly. And I think this is kind of what we talk about often. Is just it's another aspect to human nature that you're right. It might not be a crime. It might not be supernatural, but it's an interesting part of human psychology that's the impact of the internet has really only made itself known in the last 10, 15 years in terms of research and seeing actual effects of internet addiction and really having access to everything at your fingertips. So it's been a topic of interest for us, between us, for quite a while, and looking at how the world has changed to be what it is now with access to everything right there all the time.
And as much as we're kind of gonna talk trash this whole episode, I love the internet. There's so many good things that come with it. Obviously, we're just pointing out some of the scary stuff, the bad stuff, but just know, I love the internet. I use it all the time. I use it every day. It's part of my job, all of my jobs. It brings me joy. So...
100%. I think just like any other innovation in human history, the internet is one of those things that has definitely had major benefits and been very beneficial in the long run. I mean, personally, school is online. Jamie and I are able to do this podcast because of the internet. We're able to study whatever we want. We're able to get in touch with whoever we want. And that can be an incredible thing. I've made some of the best connections of my life with people who, if it weren't for the internet, I would never have known existed.
I need Google Maps or I'll get lost.
Oh, if I didn't have Google Maps at all times, there's not a chance.
I'm not going far.
No, I'm going down my block, maybe. But just with anything... too much of a good thing can have its problems.
Yes.
The internet is no exception.
Exactly. So I sort of wanted to bring it up. First and foremost, this is a little delayed, but in the past few months, we did lose an internet staple, Omegle. Omegle is no longer in service.
Oh, devastating.
Do you want to explain what Omegle is, or do you want me to?
You go for it. Let's see if we can
Omegle...
encapsulate what Omegle was.
So from my experience, Omegle was an online chatting service. You could message or video call people, complete strangers.
It was complete random assignment.
Yes, it was random, and I wanted to mention it because as much fun as you can have on there, there's also a lot of weird stuff that happens on there.
I've had some incredible experiences on Omegle, none of which were healthy or safe.
No. But that's what happens when underage kids are put on an anonymous...
unmonitored.
Social media, unmonitored, with people who are also above the age of 40. In case it wasn't obvious, there was... First of all, it's just dangerous to talk to strangers anyway.
100%.
Because you're obviously going to talk about something. Don't give away your personal location, stuff like that. But I know in a lot of the chat features, immediately people would send, like...
ASL.
What is it, like... Yeah, ASL, so age, sex, location. Which, hey, maybe don't.
And hey, I mean, I remember doing that on, like, AOL Messenger.
But also, we should not have been doing that.
No, not to discredit the fact that that was also a poor decision. But that's been a part of the internet forever. It's just on Omegle, that was the easy thing, because you literally didn't know this person.
Yeah. And, like, there was some... Right until the very end, there was creepy, gross men, creepy people, pedophiles, unfortunately, like most platforms. I also heard there was, obviously, men showing themselves jerking off. There was also, apparently, cases of mutual masturbation. Hey, go for it. Don't do it with a minor, though. Don't have it around a minor.
100%, yep. If that's your thing,
yeah.
We're not here to kink shame at Creeps and Coffee. But maybe
don't do it on a platform where there's children.
But yeah, we're also here to shame pedophilia, and I will say that with my chest.
Yeah, a lot of kinky stuff went on Omegle. There was, I know some viral videos of, like, furries showed up. You have some stories, huh?
I sure do. Perhaps my favorite Omegle experience was I was very drunk with my friend Tiana, who was a guest on our Halloween special. Mm-hmm. And we were just... It was one of those nights where you just, like... You're drunk, you're kind of sad, you want a distraction. You want just, like, people to entertain you. So we went on Omegle, and one of the first people... one of the first people to pop up was this guy in Florida, to no one's surprise, who just wanted to dance. And he asked us if he could dance for us. And we said, fuck yes, you can.
I beg of you.
This man proceeded to put on early, like, 80s metal music. And then strip.
Oh.
The entire time going, I need to see your hands so I know you're not recording me. And we literally sat there with our hands up, pissing ourselves laughing. He was only going to do one dance. We convinced him to do, like, 4. By the end of it, he had every hidden part of himself cupped in his hand. It was like a bald dude. He was dancing with one arm up. I'm so glad that you guys can't see me, but Jamie can. One arm up, yep. Dick and balls in the other hand, just going, like, swaying back and forth.
Some people just need to get freaky.
And he was having the time of his life. And I genuinely appreciate, like, he wasn't sexual about it, which was the funniest part. He just was dancing. He was just doing what he needed to do. Incredible guy.
And that's the beauty of an internet.
Well, exactly. And that was dancing. That was fine because we were 23.
But before the age of 18, how many penises did you see on
Oh
Omegle?
my god, so many. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you could put in, like, an interest. So a lot of, especially for me in, like, boy band fandoms, a lot of us on Tumblr would be like, yeah, we'll go on Omegle, we'll put our interest as, like, One Direction or Five Sauce. And then we can all chat with each other. Because it'll match you with whoever also puts in that tag. So that was great. But there was also a lot of older men who realized that there were a lot of young girls on that tag. Mm-hmm. And it would just be, like, you'd go from chatting with another 12-year-old to then just penis in your face. Which is not ideal.
No. There was also lots of people... You go.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say there was lots of people who would also, like, dress up in scary costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of jump scares, so you really never knew what was coming next.
It was a wild ride at all
Do you
times.
remember that bald guy who would prank people?
Yep.
And it would look as if he would, like, say something creepy and then would make it look like he, like, what do you call it, like, next? Like, click next, and then it would be a new person, but then he'd jump scare them.
Yeah.
And, like...
It would look like it skipped.
Yeah.
And it would do the little, like, loading screen.
Yeah.
And then it would still
And then it would be him again, even closer, being like, I'm still here!
Yeah.
And good stuff.
Yeah. Terrible. I think, too,
He switched to a different platform, I believe.
I believe he did.
But he's still doing it.
Of course he is. Not that this is, like, not to its credit, but it was also kind of an easy way to catch these predators, if that makes sense, because it was a platform where they were kind of in their element, so police kind of knew where to target. So in terms of things like To Catch a Predator, or similar, like, YouTube shows that have come up in the last couple of years, you'll see a lot of compilations of, like, catching predators on Omegle, or, like, tricking people on Omegle, and they'd call them out, and they'd find their IP address and, like, let their work know.
People do that on Discord a lot, too.
Yeah, 100%. So, well, it's not good that that's sort of a feeding ground for that behavior to happen. On the opposite end of things, it also kind of tricked the idiots into exposing themselves, which obviously has its benefit, because it means that they're not actually harming a child. They're just getting themselves caught.
I also wanted to mention, there was a lot of bullying on Omegle. Up until the last day it was running, you would find groups of, like, 6 or 7 teenage boys who would absolutely roast you for literally just sitting here. Like, you would hop on and be like, hello, and they'd be like, your voice is stupid, you look ugly, your hair is da-da-da, your background, I bet you're a loner and you should kill yourself. And then they'd go on to the next person.
For me, like, it was mostly, like, 14-year-old girls.
Also, that just groups of people under the age of 18, you're like, oh no, they're gonna bully me.
I already am scared of teenagers.
Yeah. Because they're sitting there at a party or sleepover, like, 100%. Let's bully some of these people.
Because why not? The platform is there. It was the same concept with stuff like Ask FM.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah. I do, unfortunately.
Well, for those of you who were lucky enough to avoid that era of the internet, that was a place where you could anonymously ask questions to people.
I think my school had to, like, put a ban on that because they started talking about teachers having sex with students.
Yeah.
Same with, what is it, Whisper or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, they had to put an email, or I guess at that time it was an actual letter they sent home with the kids that was like, do not let your kid download this. It was crazy.
Yeah, I got bullied hard on Ask FM.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, yeah.
Anything else to say about Omegle?
I'm honestly a little... For nostalgia's sake, I'm a little sad that it's been shut down.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like...
It's weird that the world doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I've been on it in the past 7 years.
Yeah, me neither. I was on it a week before it shut down.
I know.
But I think it's only for nostalgia's sake where I'm like, oh, that's sad, because that was, like, something that was so fun. But it was only fun because we kind of accepted how fucked up it was. We kind of looked past it. But, I mean, looking at it from a professional perspective, like, so much of my actual career, like, not my job right now, but my actual career is working with child sex crimes. And so much of the problem is websites like that.
Yeah.
So, from an adult perspective, the world is so much better off without something like that being an option.
They'll just find something else to
100%. That's the shitty thing about crime, is it'll just keep going further. And I think that's kind of what threw people off a little bit about Omegle too, is you think that stuff like that only happens on, like, the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal if you're seeing this shit on a website that's easily accessible. But I think that's part of the problem is our generation, people around our age, became so desensitized to stuff like that because that was, like, the fun thing to do. When, like, we shouldn't have had to see that. We shouldn't have had to be bullied online. Or like,
I've seen people die. I've seen decapitated like, heads and stuff.
Like, oh, jump scare, here's this person being shot. Like, no.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's actually not beneficial to development in any sense. So...
yeah.
I think...
Speaking of...
yeah, there you go.
Reddit 50/50. You had mentioned it before. I'd never done it. I did it, and I need to talk about it.
Please.
Hello?
Yeah. Yep.
No, thank you. So for anyone who maybe didn't listen, I don't know if we put it in the episode, but we talked about it at some point. Reddit 50/50. It's a Reddit, a subreddit on Reddit. It's a subreddit Reddit.
It's, Reddit.
Where there's a blurred out image, and then the title says that it's like one of two things: a safe for work thing, so like a fluffy bunny, or a not safe for work thing, like a severed finger. And you have the 50/50 chance of what it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now, the chances are like 90-10. It's mostly gross stuff.
Not even like, it's not just like, oh, that's an unsettling image. It's like, oh, that's a body. Okay.
Yeah. So in honor of the episode, I was like, I'm gonna go on it. I'll look at 10 pictures. Girl, I saw a mutilated face. I saw, like, messed up feet. I saw a decapitated head. I saw a cat.
Oh, no.
I was convinced that one was intestines, but it was a cat. Thank God.
That's fair. Cats do fold up like intestines sometimes.
And, like, I mean, yes. While it is fun to sort of... I was a little nauseated because I saw some gross stuff. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't think some of that stuff should be on the internet. Like, I saw some really gruesome pictures of dead people that I don't think I should have been able to see.
No, and I find the problem with that is how easy it is to bypass the, like, safety precautions that a website like Reddit puts up. Like, oh, log in to confirm you're 18 plus. All I have to do is lie about my birthday. You didn't see my ID to verify that I was an 18-year-old, which is fine. Like, I don't think a website like Reddit should have to see your ID either. That's a whole other argument. I don't think you should have to verify that. But along the same vein, like, think about, what was the episode we were doing? Was it the Kobe cannibal?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where...
with the pictures?
Yeah, Jamie and I were doing research. I made the mistake of looking at Reddit. Came upon a blurred image. A little, obviously, different than Reddit 50/50, because they knew... it said explicitly, like, this is a not safe for work image. Log in to confirm you're 18 plus. Clicked it, and I... still, I think about it at least once a week. Mm-hmm. I saw the images of this woman who had been mauled and eaten. And the crime scene itself. Like, that's... why was that so easily accessible? And I, as a grown woman, saw that and was disturbed by it. Mm-hmm. So, imagine that being accessible to someone who's not developed whatsoever. Someone who is entirely susceptible to fear and anxiety and maybe even the perverse ideas behind a crime like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a recipe for disaster in all senses.
Thank you. To lighten the mood, I wanted to give 2 examples from the 50/50, just because this is a, I use air quotations here, lighthearted episode. I just clicked onto it, and as of right now, some of the Reddit 50/50 things, you've got a creepy Michael Jackson mask wearing a police hat versus a pale face torn off of a dead body.
I don't like either of those options.
I didn't like either of the options either. Or 2 strawberry cupcakes versus 2 chopped off breasts. Perfect. It wasn't cupcakes.
Perfect.
But yeah. I never want to, like, censor social media or anything, like, especially, like, news-wise. Mm-hmm. But I think for, you know, a household with children, maybe having those, like, I don't know what they're called, like, child internet blocks, mm-hmm. where you can, like, censor certain things. Maybe have those in place, because you can access way too much on the internet nowadays, especially as a young kid. I play Valorant sometimes, and I will hear little boys come onto the voice comms saying slurs, and I'm like, you're time. 9. Why do you know that word? How do you know that word? You're using it in the correct sense, and you shouldn't. So, like, no. You should not have just free reign over that. Like, you can't. No.
Yeah,
don't say that.
They're not taught how to do any of that.
Yeah. Really good segue here.
Yeah, super smooth.
Switching up. So, getting hacked.
Ugh.
And I don't even just mean, like, someone logging into your Instagram from a different country. I mean, like, phone call scams, getting the scammy texts, emails. They're getting more and more realistic.
Can I also, before we jump into the AI aspect of things, because I know that's where we're going.
It's not, but okay.
Oh.
I know.
Also that. I think this transition was actually smoother than I anticipated. Because I think it, again, ties back into media literacy and us not being taught.
Yeah.
But on the opposite end of the spectrum, where, unfortunately, the people who are more susceptible to scams and hackings like this are elderly people.
Old people?
Yeah. Because, again, they did not grow up where that was possible with the internet. The internet, for them, when it was developed, honestly, as probably it should have stayed, it was a tool for expanding knowledge. It was to search a database. That was what you could do. There was no AI. There was no tricking. There was no sending, like, awful links, whatever the case may be. There was no getting your IP address. It was you put in what you want to know, you find it out, and you're done.
Yeah.
So, if you don't grow up in a world or in a time where you have to necessarily think, like, oh, why is this Nigerian prince emailing me and offering me millions of dollars? Mm-hmm. Your first thought is not going to be, well, I inherently don't trust people. For most people, anyway. Your first thought is going to be like, oh, what an interesting offer. Let's see what's on the table here. So it's, again, I think as much as we need media literacy for the generations that are coming up to stop this from being a continuing cycle, we also need to be offering literacy courses to our loved ones who are older.
Yes.
To help them in that sense. I'll jump off my soapbox now. But.
No, you're good. It wasn't even a soapbox. It's just truth. My grandma has been scammed before, and it was really sad, because this happened, like, 15 years ago. Like, maybe not that long ago. Well, whenever Facebook first started coming around, she had a Facebook account on her laptop, and whatever she did, somebody had messaged her and said, like, oh, like, this is wrong on your page, like, give me your information, like, your Wi-Fi and your Wi-Fi password, your IP address, and I can help you fix it. And she did, and her entire computer got hacked.
Yeah.
And so she needed to get rid of the computer. Because she didn't know any better.
Yeah, why would you think otherwise?
So now at any time, like, she has an iPhone now. Anytime she gets an email from, like, I don't know, Bella Line, whatever carrier she's with, she's like, is this real? Can you look at it and show me if this is real?
Completely valid.
And I'm like, yes, this one's real. No, this one's a scam. But it's also not just older people. I have a friend who was from a different country. She was an international student when I was in university. And her first few months here, she got a call from one of the people who was like, hey, your credit card didn't work. Like, can you give me the information and I'll fix it? She didn't know any better.
Of course not.
So she was like, oh my God, like, my Canadian bank account. And she gave them the information, and they stole, like, all the money out of her bank account.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, yeah.
It's devastating.
Think, we need to be careful and wary.
100%. As much as I say we need to be wary of everything in the world, Is this just a podcast for me to just tell people how paranoid I am about everything?
Yeah, it seems like it.
It really seems like a running theme the last couple episodes where I'm like, but watch your back. Be careful what's happening.
Yeah, don't trust anybody.
I promise.
Also, speaking of getting your information taken,
Jamie's taking
the
all
ones
of the
that do it legally, like Facebook, like Meta. You sign your life away. You hit that agree to terms and conditions without reading them. Girl, no wonder all of your ads are directed towards you, because they're taking everything. And that's the thing that gets me. Instagram, Snapchat, everything is personalized because they know what I'm looking at. They know what I want. They know what I'm doing.
The ones that get me, like, I feel like it's such an overrated thing to talk about. Like, yeah, well, I talked about this thing and then I got an ad for it. 100%, like, that's freaky. Don't get me wrong. Like, it freaks me out. Like, Jamie and I were saying something the other day. We're talking about a trip to Greece. We were, like, casually, hadn't looked at any flights or anything. We're just like, yeah, let's go to Greece. Immediately, I started getting travel ads for Greece. Like, yeah, that's freaky when it happened. But what gets me is when you don't even say anything out loud. You don't search anything for it. You think it, and then you start getting ads for it the next day, and you're like, oh, get out of my head.
I agree about, like, the talking thing, because then I'm like, everything's listening. But when I'm thinking something and it appears, I'm like, okay, how did they know? Is the algorithm that good that it's predicting what I'm thinking? Or, like, magic? I don't know. And also, it's kind of crazy that if that's the case, they're predicting it that well. Like, how did you know I ran out of ketchup?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I ran out of ketchup. And suddenly I'm getting ketchup ads. I go to the fridge. Oh, no, I'm out of ketchup. Get out of my fridge.
Get out of my head.
Get out of my fridge and my head. Go into my freezer.
Yeah. Find me a sugar daddy instead of telling me that I need new shoes, okay?
Like, this is... yeah. You know who else I think is spying on us? Also, don't sue us, anybody. This is all public domain talking.
I like that she says that like a predator who's like, you're not a cop, right? Thinking that someone on the other end has to be like, well, you got me, I'm a cop. Jamie says that as if her saying, well, don't sue us, immediately, like, these big companies are going to hear it and be like, but they said don't sue us. I guess
Let me rephrase. Don't sue us. We don't have any money.
Yeah, we have nothing to offer you.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are listening, Alexa. There's a lot of people saying that Amazon Alexas are listening to us.
Here's the thing.
Caitlin has opinions.
Caitlin has a lot of opinions on this. You all know I don't fuck with robots.
I had a robot bring me food the other day.
Nope.
At a restaurant.
Nope.
The waitress came up and she was like, by the way, Joanne is going to bring you your food.
No.
She's a robot. And she just walked away. And I was like, the who?
Fuck
this was
Joanne.
at Eastside Mario's.
Fuck Joanne. No
And
thanks.
Joanne came over and just turned around, gave it a little smile. We took our food and Joanne left.
Nope.
Anyway, continue.
I am the person that's overly polite to my Siri.
Me
because one day it's going to happen. Just watch. So I don't fuck with...
It's going to be iRobot.
Yeah, I don't fuck with robots, okay? We all know this about me. I'm dead serious about it. I know that they're listening because they have to be constantly. These vocal cues of like, hey, whoever, they have to be constantly listening in order to pick
Siri,
up on the vocal
Alexa,
cue.
Alexa, Echo, Dot. Google.
Like, and I get it. It's convenient because then it picks up right away. But when people are like, they're not listening. Yes, they literally are. And I'm not even saying that in a conspiratorial way. I spit. I'm so involved in this. Like, I'm not even saying it in a conspiratorial way. It's just the fact of the matter is they have to pick up. They might not be recording, but they are listening.
Yeah. That's like when you're a mom and you're going, you're hearing me, you're not listening.
I've said that to men that I've dated.
So, devil's advocate. I looked it up, and they say that it's like a dog. It's listening but only understands, like, cookie, walk, treat, fetch. So it's only understanding the trigger words, and that's what's triggering it to turn on.
No,
but
then
also,
why am I getting ads for shit?
Why should I believe you?
Yeah, you're not going to tell me. You think
you're not going to say, yes, I've implanted a spyware device so we can listen to all your conversations.
You think I trust big companies?
No. But like most things, they probably know something we don't. There's some bigger picture that we're not aware of.
I hate that.
Aliens.
Oh, it's aliens. You know who really built the pyramids? Alexa.
I knew it.
We gotta re-record. Call Anna.
Hey, Alexa, call Anna.
No, you know
she was
what?
Already calling her. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry, she knew.
To be fair, I did see something that said if you don't want them to, like, actually listen, quote unquote there, that you can go in and change certain settings, like, do not send, like, these to improve the services, do not record to send, what is, like, your analytics to Apple and stuff, which I feel like most people don't do, though, because they're like, whatever, I don't care.
That's what they're counting on, though.
I get it. I do that, too. Unfortunately.
My thing is, I'm a hypocrite in every sense of the word. Anyone who knows me in real life knows a billion different examples of this. Perhaps the biggest example of this is how vehemently against all of these products I am. Somebody gave me a Google Home as a gift. I use that shit every day. I love that thing so much. I talk to Google in the shower. I ask questions all the time.
Yeah. It's just so convenient.
It is. And I'm so upset about it. And I stand by my statement. I don't fuck with it. I would never have bought it for myself.
But now that I have it, I love it.
But I love it. I love it so much.
Just don't talk about planning any, like, bank heists around it, you know?
No, sometimes I rant about my personal life to my Google. And it's kind of comforting because it'll just go, as I'm on, like, minute 40 of, like, I don't understand where the date went wrong. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Like, yeah, neither did he.
Oh. So, these robots, if you will, have microphones, GPS, constant Wi-Fi and data connections. Some even have cameras, you know, like Ring cameras and stuff. And this, like, it just screams spy to me, but it reminded me of that movie Kimmy. Did you see it?
I did not, because I don't fuck with things like that.
It's quite literally like a spoof of Siri or Google Home, Alexa, all of these ones. Except it actually is listening. And there is somebody, like, transcribing the stuff. And I think what happens, it was so long since I've seen it, but she, like, hears someone commit a crime. And she's like, oh my God, like, I shouldn't transcribe this. I should tell someone because someone just got, like, murdered. And she goes to the company and they're like, don't worry about it. And she was like, are we doing anything about it? And they were like, no. Like, it's against our policy. Like, we can't let them know we're listening to them. And she was like, so someone's just going to get away with murder? And they were like, yep. And then since she knew too much, they, like, hired people to go and kill her.
No.
It was, like, unfortunately a bit too realistic. But
see, that's why I can't watch stuff like that. Because it's too realistic. Kind of going back to what you mentioned before about, like, the Ring cameras and stuff. I think also tying that into the hacking stuff that we were talking about.
Are you talking about the baby monitors and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most unsettling thing I think I've ever seen. That guy that was singing Tiptoe Through the Tulips into a baby monitor. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
My thoughts exactly.
No.
Like, these things can be incredibly convenient. Having a smart baby monitor where you can, like, if your baby's being fussy or your kid is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, being able to see it and, like, communicate with them directly, super convenient, super life-changing. I think it's a fantastic thing to be able to do. Having a Wi-Fi connection also meaning that makes it available and susceptible to, unfortunately, creepy people.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
People do have security cameras too, but I feel like it's scarier when it's like a child baby monitor.
I think that's the thing, and I think I should preface for people who haven't listened to like all the episodes of the show, most of my concerns have to do with like children.
Yeah. Because
that's just who I am. That's my field. That's my area of expertise.
Like a motherly...
I am the motherly figure for all of my friends. I work with kids in every facet of my life. So when I think about stuff like that, immediately I'm like, well, how does this affect the next generation? How does it affect kids? But you're right. I don't want to be sitting there by myself and having someone watching me either. I have a webcam cover on my computer.
Literally me too. But also, I am too a hypocrite. I got an indoor camera for Christmas. So I could check on my cat when I'm at work. I have yet to install it because I'm scared.
I watch my friends' dogs all the time.
Yep.
Gunnar and Moo just chill on the couch. Sometimes when we're drunk, we fuck with the dogs and we just turn the microphone on and tell them how much we love them. They don't know where we are. All of this just reminds me of Black Mirror episodes, and it's throwing me off.
You're right on my train track here.
We share a brain cell, so...
I want to talk about Black Mirror. So, do you remember that Black Mirror episode where they put that little circle on their temple?
Yep.
And it, like, transports them to this, like, whole other world. It's like going into a video game in your brain. I feel like every single day we get closer and closer to that.
I can't tell if I love it or not.
Yeah. Because
then they got to just live out their lives together.
Because, first of all, yeah, good episode.
Fantastic episode, made me cry. Everything makes me cry, but that one really got me.
As we get more into, like, VR with, like, Apple was getting, like, the really immersive headsets. You can have, like, the headphones, the hand and leg movements. You know, it reminds me of that Community episode where that guy is running on the thingy into the VR.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
As we get more and more similar to that, especially with, like, every single TED Talk that comes out now, every year, we're getting closer and closer to that. It's scary because, hey, it can ruin people's lives. And also, it kind of blurs the line between, like, people are like, oh, you're wasting your life. Am I? I'm going somewhere doing something that makes me happy. Like, it might not be on this physical plane, but it's somewhere else. And I feel like
I'm going to change the subject a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm going to go into existential crisis mode if I think about that for too long.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's on me. I brought it up. I think that is also a good point when it comes to, like, acknowledging if success in a virtual world is success at all, or if you're wasting your life away. I think that's a good point, but it also begs the question of where do you draw the line between cyber crimes and real crimes?
Yeah.
Because I think I've been reading a lot about and talking a lot about sort of the dangers of things like VR porn and like AI porn.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's a lot of danger when it comes to being able to put someone's face and image and voice into a circumstance that they haven't given consent to.
It reminds me of Detroit Becoming Human. Sorry, continue.
No, totally. But I think it's very scary in that sense.
Yeah.
To think about, like, what are the legal repercussions? Like, sure, we can argue all day about morally if you're wasting your life away or not.
Yeah.
But morally and legally, what happens if you are, like, watching someone do something sexually? I'm trying to do this without being graphic and gross. Like, if you're watching someone do something sexually that they haven't consented to. There's a lot of argument about how VR and, like, AI porn could potentially be beneficial in curbing, I guess, content warning a little bit, in curbing pedophilia and in curbing, like, more rape fantasy sort of things.
But I don't know if that would.
But that's the thing.
That would encourage it because
that's exactly the argument.
It's like a drug. At some point, that's just not going to be enough. They're going to need to go into more.
That is exactly the argument. And then it begs the question of, is this, like, let's say someone puts a celebrity's face into...
I was just going to say deep fakes.
Yeah. Look at a deep fake porn. Is that
They look so realistic.
Is that not, in some sense, maybe not assault, but is that not some sense of sexual harassment?
Yeah.
So there's so many, when it comes to the Black Mirror-esque situations, and I mean, that's the whole point of Black Mirror, is alternate realities and how we're so close to different circumstances like that. Like, it could go that way at any point. But the conversation surrounding that, like, there's so much leaning on morality and legality. And where does the line stop?
It's very murky, and it's gonna get murkier.
And thank you. You took the words. Give me the brain cell back. You're stealing my thunder here.
There you go.
You're stealing my thunder. But that's exactly it. Like, it's gonna continue to get murkier because these things are gonna progress. It's gonna start happening more and more. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What are we doing here? That's all. Every time I think about it too much, this is why I had to change the topic a little bit, but I continue to do it to myself. Every time I think about it, my brain just goes, ugh.
But, like, the way that the only part I see in, like, the good part of that is personally, I love my little fantasy worlds. If I could have some little circle technology I can pop on the side of my head and go into The Sims 4 or go into Genshin Impact, I'm spending all my time there.
If I could live at a One Direction concert, are you joking?
Yeah, and so I think, like, it would be great, but it definitely blurs the lines between, like, it's very Matrix, like, 100%. What's real. And also, why is it not real? Just because it's happening inside my head. Harry Potter quote from that professor. What the fuck does he say? Is this real, or is this happening inside my head? Dumbledore wisely turns and says, of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why does that mean it's not real? And I'm like, you're right.
I'm gonna vomit.
I know, my accent was bad. Don't bully me.
I've heard worse.
From me.
You could be from Liverpool.
But I think it can also be used for good. I think that would also bring people... I'm so sorry, I'm still talking. Yeah. I'm gonna not shut up apparently today.
Welcome to my life.
It just, like, at the same time as, like, people could see it as ruining lives, it can also benefit people who are bedridden, elderly people who are paraplegic.
Look at the episode of Black Mirror.
Like, you can have a whole separate life. So
I think one thing that I talked about in school a lot was the psychological benefits of something like that for phobias. So much of experimental therapy uses VR and augmented reality situations to help patients get over, like, life-threatening phobias. I think minor soapbox moment here. A phobia is not like, oh, I'm a little bit scared of spiders. A phobia, if you are diagnosed with an actual phobia of something, it's a clinical problem. Like, you have a debilitating fear that, like, let's talk about arachnophobia.
I don't feel like mine of death.
100%, Jamie. Like, I know you're joking, but that's a phobia. Like, I don't have arachnophobia. I just don't like spiders. I'm unsettled by them. But if I see a spider, I'm not actually going to try and burn my house down. I'm not scared to, like, leave my house because there might be a spider. I'm not scared to, like, sleep with my mouth open because a spider might crawl in it. Like, these are debilitating problems that people are having. and I hate seeing the internet posts of like, what phobia do you have? None of them. You don't have any of them. You're slightly unsettled by dark sea. Everyone is. Yeah. Get over it. But when I watched a documentary, I think in my first or second year of my undergrad, about using virtual reality to do exposure therapy, where if these people really want to get over their phobias and want to be able to get out into the real world, another one that we watched was agoraphobia, where you physically can't leave the house. You're too scared to go in the outside world. Put on a VR headset and get used to opening that front door, seeing what could be out there. That way it's a controlled experiment. You can see there's a spider in front of me. If it gets too much, take the headset off. It's not an overwhelming exposure. Yeah. So, like, there are 100% benefits to this technology. Other than just, like, yeah, I think it'd be really sick to live in the Harry Potter universe. Which it would be.
Don't even get me started.
Dude, I used a VR headset to go on the wreck of the Titanic for, like, 6 hours. So...
That's actually really cool.
Oh, I lost my mind. But, like, it absolutely has its benefit. But it also, as with anything else, that is the overarching theme of this episode, is too much of a good thing blurs the lines.
It also reminds me of, Don't Worry, Darling.
What a good movie. That main actor
You didn't watch it for the plot.
Was there a plot to that film?
No. But no spoilers because that one's relatively new. But Harry Styles is.
Yeah, hell yeah, he is.
And
that's my guy.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Okay, final topic?
Sure.
Still Black Mirror.
Amazing.
Do you remember the episode with that chick from the new dinosaur movies? Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, the one that looks like Jessica Chastain, but is not. Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember her? I think it's her anyway.
You're gonna have to be more specific about content of the episode.
I'm gonna just get... Okay, so she's in an episode of Black Mirror where everybody has ratings on their personalities. And she's, like, obsessed with getting a high rating because low ratings are people who, like, nobody likes.
They're outcasts,
and, like, society depends on it. Like, society depends on the people. Like, if you're, like, what is it, like, 3 stars and higher, you're good.
You, like, can't...
But if you
can't go in the same buildings, you can't sit with people at lunch, you can't, like...
Like, 1-star people are, like, homeless. They're, like, criminals. People who are outcast in society, who are bullied, all of this stuff.
It was such a good societal commentary. What a good episode.
And I feel like it's getting more real, again, as we go through the years.
1000%.
Because I know people who won't even look at another account if it doesn't have that blue check mark, if it doesn't have that verified signature.
I had a guy tell me once if he met a girl who had, like, more than or less than, like, 2,000 followers, he was like, nah, she's a nobody. I don't want to get to know her.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's like, people are like, well, how many followers do you have? Oh, you don't have enough followers for me to collab with you. Like, huh?
Us. We're like, please, somebody sponsor.
We're the ones, they're like, you don't have enough followers. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm a human. I'm just trying to be nice.
Exactly.
And we talk about the same stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, it's crazy how we can just slap labels on people. And, like, the thing is, she's a nice-ish person in the episode. But I think by the end of it, she gets a really low rating. And she loses her mind. Yeah. And it's like, you don't actually know people, but we treat them poorly or well. And that's also, you know, we idolize celebrities.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I am guilty of it.
Guilty.
Guilty as charged. Look at how much I've idolized every boy band that's ever existed. But you feel like you know these people based on a persona.
Parasocial.
It's completely parasocial relationships. And we've talked about those before too, where, yeah, that can be beneficial to a certain extent. can make you feel less alone, whatever the case may be. But is it healthy in the long run? No. What the fuck? It felt good to get that off my chest. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Have we just been harboring in our perspectives about the internet for so long?
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta act crazy about the internet on the internet, talking about the internet.
That's true. And that goes back to our hypocrisy. We said at the beginning of the episode, we can say all this stuff. We are Jamie is chronically online. I am hold on. I am chronically on my phone. I'm just not cool enough to find the things that most people are talking about.
What she means is she doesn't have TikTok. She's not cool.
Correct. I am...
See, you know what I figured out? Caitlin, we both qualify as Gen Z. You are a millennial Gen Zer, and I am a Gen Z's Gen Zer.
100%. I will not argue that in the slightest.
Speaking of, we have a TikTok now. Go follow us, Creeps and Coffee.
Caitlin's not on it, but...
Yeah, Caitlin's not going to be on it. I will be posting it.
Yeah. All of that to say, the internet's fucked.
Yeah. And go follow us.
Yeah. So, speaking of being online, if you would like to share your opinions on the internet and join in our weird internet escapades that I'm only half a part of, you can follow our Instagram and our Twitter at Creeps and Coffee. If you would like to get in touch with us, share more of your opinions in a longer sense, or maybe suggest some more topics for future shows or future episodes like this that you'd like to hear, where it's less of a controlled topic and more of just shooting the shit, you can send us an email at creepsandcoffee@gmail.com. If you would like to follow along with our journey on a little bit more of a, I guess, backstage is what I was going for there. A little bit more of a backstage view. You can check out our Buy Me a Coffee page. There you can also help support the show and help fuel our caffeine-induced recording sessions. You can check that out at buymeacoffee.com/creepsandcoffee. We will have our Patreon stuff figured out in the near future. So that will also be a place where you can do that. That might be a little bit more accessible to some more of you. Yeah. That's it.
Don't get hacked, guys.
Don't get hacked. But if you are a Nigerian prince who actually would like to send anybody money, you can go to any of the aforementioned socials and let us know, because we're in. Jamie's trying to pimp me out already, so might as well get some benefit for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let you guys know.
You're welcome.
Okay, be safe. Don't click on links that you don't know about. And don't be scared to send some strangers money online if those strangers run a show called Creeps and Coffee.
Yeah, please.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Creeps and Coffee.